Yanks at Comiskey Park. Before the game, Chicago police and fire departments honored. Noticeable emotion and pride among the fans, as well as the city's true heroes. White Sox players looking on and sympathizing while hearing God Bless America. Yankees first base coach Lee Mazzilli saluting his great nation and the flag, and that sign summing it up. To the game, top of the first two on, Tino Martinez. Right past Paul Konerko, Derek Jeter would score. Three of the Yankees' first four batters singled, 106 RBIs for Tino. Bottom six, Ray Durham. In the box, that's a liner up the line. Umpire Mike Winters calls it a foul ball. Now, the first base coach, Gary Pettis, argues that it hit the base, and he was ejected. Durham believes it hit the base as well. Anyway, Durham back to hitting, doesn't against Al Duque. And in the dugout, Durham is obviously frustrated and takes out that emotion on his bat. Winters, the umpire, sees all this and decides to throw Ray Durham out. And when Ray heard about this, wow, Jose Valentin had to grab him before he could get to Winters. Top of the seventh with the Yanks up huge. They got up even bigger. Jorge Posada, his third grand slam this season, tying Devon White for the major league lead. Posada's 21st homer, 11-3 the final. So Joe Torre, the Yankees' victory. This is the best medicine.
He's at home with the Royals. It's Mike Sweeney. Quieter than when he entered the clubhouse on Tuesday, singing God Bless America. This is the bottom of the third. One zip Tribe. Kenny Lofton facing Chad Durbin, and for the second time in the game, he homers off Chad Durbin. His fourth multi-homer game, 14 on the year, 2-zip Tribe. Bottom five, the bases are Chuck. Juan Gonzalez, hot shot right down there to Joe Rand, who makes the nice stop. Can't get the guy at third, so he's going to try to go to first, and Sweeney just lets it go between his legs. Defense perhaps a little loose after a week-long layoff. Sweeney then has trouble getting it out of the glove, and eventually all three runners will score. It's an infield single and two Royal errors. 5-1 Cleveland. Four batters later, Travis Fryman with the bases chucked. Unchucks his fifth career grand slam. His last one coming in July of '96. Indians up 9-1, and the Spiders win at 11-2. Indians win on the strength of a 7-run fifth inning. In a videotape message shown before the game, Fryman thanked Cleveland fans for their support and asked them to pray for victims.
Symbol of the freedom our country stands for. Twins coach Paul Molitor singing the national anthem. Top of the fourth, on the mound for Minnesota, Brad Radke against Bobby Higginson with the Twins up 5-0. Christian Guzman, great play to keep Radke perfect through four. Top of the seventh with Damian Easley up. Radke still perfect. The bouncer to third, Corey Koski, would come up throwing. The throw, perfect game is over, but Brad Radke still has a no-hitter. Two batters later, Radke would be facing a Rob Fick. Got a bat on it. Still in the park. Radke with a no-no through seven. Top of the eighth, Radke with a no-hitter facing Shane Halder. It's over. The no-no, that is. Home run for Halter. Radke does get his 13th win. It was the Twins win. Just under 11,000 at the Metrodome to see Brad Radke come close to making history. Twins pounding out 18 hits and remain six back as Central leading Cleveland. For what it's worth, of the 16 perfect games pitched in Major League history, that up against Schilling, one of 10 hits allowed by Schilling in 5 innings, and this one was a home run for Helton. He's 42nd of the year. He had 4 hits in this game at 6-4 Arizona. It was 9-8 Arizona, 1 out, bags full. Mike Myers on the mound facing Mark Grace. To Jose Ortiz at second, and watch Buddy Bell's reaction as this play develops. Ortiz will overthrow first, trying for the double play. Tony Womack thinks about coming home, but he stops. And the throw will go back to second, and Bell doesn't know what his players should do. So now Womack comes home, play at the plate. He's out. Still 9-8. Arizona, bottom 9, same score. Helton up, looking for a new career high in home runs. And he's got it. His 43rd home run. 4th multi-home run game of the year. Helton 4 for 5, and Bell, well, he's obviously fired up because we have a tie game at 9, but it wouldn't be tied for long. Ask Jeff Cirillo.
Swing and a long one, deep into center, doesn't have enough, kissed it, goodbye! The Rockies have beaten the Arizona Diamondbacks on back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
Jeff Cirillo with his second career walk-off homer. His 15th home run ties the career high. It's the first time this season a game has ended on back-to-back homers. It happened 3 times a year ago. Colorado overcoming 4 errors in this one, 3 by Jose Ortiz.
Padres and Dodgers, and surely Gary Sheffield thinking of something other than his team's 3-game losing streak. Top 1, Phil Nevin right back at Terry Adams with 2 outs. Ricky Henderson, sorry, but you're going to be stranded at third. Top 4, 1-zip Dodgers. Bubba Trammell, and Bubba can hit. Trammell takes Terry Adams out of the yard. 2-run homer is 22nd. The Padres up 2-1. Bottom 5, still 2-1. Kevin Jarvis facing Marquise Grissom. And you got to field your position. Great snag of the comebacker to end the inning. Bottom 9, 3-1 Padres. Trevor Hoffman talking things over with Wiki Gonzalez. Mostly they're saying careful with the Iron Chef. Sean Green at second, and Sheffield gives that a long ride. But Ray Langford is there, and make sure it's a long out. LA did scratch out a run, but the Pods hang on and win it by a count of 3-2. The Astros. First meeting of the season between these two. Fans giving candles. Pac Bell to help remember those that have fallen. Barry Bonds joining in. Bottom 2nd. This will change the no-score in the no-score game. Andres Galarraga, a monster home run. I mean, if they were going to give him points for distance, he'd have gotten 12 for that. 480-foot homer. Longest ever at Pac Bell. His 7th homer with the Giants, 17th overall. And Bonds says, you ain't got 63, but that's pretty good. You know what? Galarraga, he's got muscles. He's hit him even farther before. May 31st, 1997, when he was a Rocky, he did this at Florida, so it wasn't at altitude, but it was 529 feet. Bottom 7. Back to Tuesday. Barry Bonds strikes out. He was 0 for 3 and a walk. Top 9, nobody out. Rob Nen facing Jeff Bagwell, and Bagwell hits one deep to right field. Nobody's going to get that one, even though they're trying. Adam Everett's going to score all the way from first. Bagwell with 116 RBIs now, ties it up at 2, and Bagwell would end up at third base. A couple of batters later, it's Moises Alou. Good fundamental baseball. You got a man on third, you got less than 2 outs, get it in the air, and get that guy home. Bagwell hustles the 90 feet. He's in with the go-ahead run to make it 3-2, and Billy Wagner did do his job and gets the save. Rob Nen's 7th blown save of the season. 5 Astros relievers, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. They had to work that much because Roy Oswalt left the game after 2 innings because of a strained right groin. He is listed as day-to-day. The Astros had lost 6 straight to San Francisco, but they win this one, a win for the 11th time in 15 games overall. Jeff Bagwell, man of the moment. He's with Scott Walker.
Rob Nen hadn't blown a save since July 31st. Jeff Bagwell had a big hand in helping the Astros overcome him. Talk about that comeback in the 9th inning against one of the premier closers in the league.
Yeah, Rob's as tough as it gets. I think that might be my first hit off of him I've ever got. So I was just lucky. You know, he had me in a big hole, and I was fortunate to get a pitch that I could handle. But he's such a tough closer, one of the best in the game, if not, you know, the best. You know, so it's a big win for us. It doesn't happen very often. You come back off of Rob Nen, and then we have our closer out there who I'm kind of partial to, and nice win for us.
Well, talk about the fact coming back from this layoff, obviously the big tragedy. They had the ceremonies today. What was it like emotionally to play this game?
It was emotional, you know, just to see all the people come together. You know, the chanting the USA, everybody singing the national anthem. You know, you look back, you know, we're just baseball players. You know, we came together as people. So it was a nice night for that, and it's something I don't want to ever experience again. But it just shows you how the American people pull together.
And the Houston Astros pulled together with a big 9th inning rally. Jeff Bagwell, a big part of that, as the best team in the National League continues their run to the postseason.
Rangers pregame ceremonies. A-Rod, Art Howe, and Rafael Palmeiro all paying their respects. Bottom 4 tied at 2. A's helped out by the defense. Mike Lamb through the middle. Miguel Tejada, great stop. The toss to second for the Force. Bottom 6, 3-2 A's. 1 on. A-Rod. Off of Mark Mulder. Alex Rodriguez, his 45th homer, the most homers by a Major League shortstop since Ernie Banks went for 45 and 59. Top 7, still 4-3 Rangers. Tejada. Mike Venafro throws it away to first. Frank Menachino and Johnny Damon would score on the error. A's up now 5-4, and they'd go on to win. Mark Mulder gets his 19th win. He's 11-1 in his last 14 starts. Oakland starters 13-0 in the last 16 games. The A's are 43-14 since the break and have an 11-game edge over Minnesota for the wild card. Mariners looking to clinch a share of the AL West, hosting Anaheim. Lou Piniella before the game, singing Amazing Grace. One fan brought to tears. There were more, I'm sure. The Mariner team along the first base line to the game. Bottom one, Ichiro facing Ramon Ortiz. Ichiro, what a rookie year. 220 hits, third most for a rookie in Major League history. His 172nd single. Bottom second, 2 on for Dan Wilson facing Ortiz. Wilson 1 for 2 and an RBI, sitting 268. Mike Karen would score. Stan Javier heading to the plate, but he's thrown out by Garrett Anderson. Mariners up 1-0 only. Next batter, Carlos Guillen. He goes. Dan Wilson held at third. Now Guillen is caught in a rundown between first and second. So Carlos would be tagged out, but what about Dan Wilson? Dan Wilson would score from third, so the Mariners would be up 2-0. Top of the ninth, 1 on, 2 out. Tim Salmon, Freddie Garcia. 9 Ks, a complete game effort, just 3 hits allowed, his 17th win. Garcia, his 3rd shutout this year, improving to 5-0 with a 0.44 ERA against.
Voted by ESPN viewers of the Sports Center Showcase highlight. And it's the top of the 4th. 2-zip fills. Brandon Duckworth facing Javi Lopez. And Lopez shoots one down to the hot corner. And there's Roland, not just hitting home runs, making a nice defensive play. Long throw, but he gets him. Top 6, Duckworth facing Andrew Jones, who struck out 4 times Monday. Another one here. 2 on the night. He was 0 for 4. Top 8, Bracetrail 2-1. Real Cormier on facing Brian Jordan. And Roland, that one gets under the leather. Chipper Jones around in 3rd, heads for home. He'll score to tie it up 2-2. Jordan was 2 for 5. Still top 8. Javi Lopez getting another chance. This against Turk Wendell, who has had his trouble since coming over from New York. Lopez smokes that one, but it stays in the park. B.J. Surhoff will score. 58th RBI for Javi. It's 3-2 Braves. Wendell leaves to Booz, even though the run is charged. Cormier, an inherited runner, scores. Bottom 9, John Smoltz, whoops, tries to get Brian Hunter. That gets thrown away. Hunter will go to 3rd. Hunter would later score on a sac fly to tie things up. Later in the frame, drama. Smoltz facing Roland.
1-9 hit toward right field. Going back, Jordan heads over his head. Rollins comes out and scores the winning run. Puts this one in the win column for the fighting Phils.
Little bingo scores. Jimmy Rollins scored 3 times. The Phils take it 4-3. They now trail the Braves by just a game and a half.
A lot in the pregame. A couple of former Expo teammates, Andre Dawson and Tim Raines, talking. Marlins up 1-0 in the 3rd. Brad Wilkerson off of Brad Penny. Preston Wilson in front of just 2,917 people at the stadium makes a nice catch. Bottom 4, 2 out, same score with a runner on 3rd, Lee Stevens. Alex Gonzalez, good grab, gets it to Derek Lee, who barely holds on for the out, but gets the out to end the inning. Top 9, Marlins up 2-0. Wilson again, his 2nd homer of the game, his 7th multi-homer game of his career. Preston Wilson is hitting .409 during his current 11-game hit streak. He's got 21 homers. Brad Penny.
Sox at home against Tampa Bay on Tuesday. Pedro still with the club. Red Sox fans showing support. I love New York signs, so you know the world has changed when that shows up at Fenway for sure. And Uncle Sam had a ticket. Hideo Nomo leads the AL in strikeouts. There he gets Aubrey Huff for his 200th of the season. 4th 200K season for Nomo, first since '97. Bottom 6. Boston up 5-2 and adding to it. Manny Ramirez off Tanyan Sturts. His first homer in 11 games. His 40th. Ninth Red Sox to reach the 40-homer plateau. Boston led 7-2. 7th inning stretch, as it is across much of the nation, all of baseball. God bless America over the loudspeakers. Blue Jays in Toronto. Bagpipes played in tribute to those fallen in the attack in America. And Blue Jays manager Buck Martinez, an American in Canada. During the game, Cal Ripken stands in the on-deck circle, had his little number 8 in there, and guess what? In the batter's box, not bad either in the top of the 8th. His team down 5-4, his 13th homer, ties things up at 5. Bottom 8 still tied at 5, 2 on, 2 out, and Alex Gonzalez, a solo shot in the 1st, a 3-run homer in the 8th. Numbers 15 and 16, that's a new career high, and the Blue Jays win it by a count of 8-5.
Young wearing the American flag proudly. Top of the 2nd, no score, nobody out. Elmer descends to Rondell White. Ken Griffey Jr. makes it look so easy. Top of the 7th, out of 3, 2 on, 2 out, Sammy Sosa. His only hit of the game. Eric Young would score. Sosa has 140 RBIs. Cubs up 4-3. Sammy also had a pair of strikeouts. Reds down by 2, 2 on, nobody out. Dimitri Young, 2 for 4, 1 RBI. He's hitting .303. Sean Casey, who had 2 hits, would score. Reds now down 5-4, but check out the replay. Watch how the ball just misses Aaron Boone. But Coomer was actually shielded enough for it to go through. The home plate umpire, Gary Soderstrom, checking the ball for marks, finds none. Brady Clark. That's a money hit down the line. Aaron Boone and Dimitri Young would score. That gives the Reds the victory. Clark would say after he was choked up, seeing all the fans with flags, said, Sean Casey, I wanted to be in the stands when the fans were chanting USA, USA, and chant along with them. The Cubs have picked a bad time to go into a slide. They've now lost 6 of 7.
Brewers Cardinals, fans at Busch Stadium, a sold-out crowd. Part of it patriotism, part of it, quite honestly, it was Big Mac bobblehead night. Bottom first, scoreless game, Cards are 2 on, 1 out. Albert Pujols, the super rookie, that'll rattle around the left field corner. Cito Polanco scores easily. J.D. Drew scores not as easily, but he does score. Cards up 2-zip. Pujols advanced to third on the throw. Bottom third, Cards up 3-1 with a couple on, and there's Pujols again, taking Jamie Wright out of Busch Stadium. Pujols' 35th home run, career high in RBIs with 5. The Cards win at 9-4. And, well, let's just look at Pujols' record book. 117 RBIs.
The Fire and the Paramedics with the Caps. Former Pirate managers Chuck Channer and Jim Leland in the stands. Those two won over 1,500 games combined as Pirate skippers from 77 to 96. 2-0 Pirates. Todd Zeile to Jack Wilson. Diving stop. Kevin Young with a stretch at first for the out. Top of the 8th, Mets down 4-3. Omar Olivares on the mound pitching to Mike Piazza. 2-run home run, number 32 for Piazza. He went 1 for 5. He's got 81 RBIs. Mets up 5-4. They weren't done. Plus 2 batters later, Todd Zeile does that off of Olivares. His 8th home run, 55 RBIs for Zeile. Mets win. Mets have now won 10 of 11 and get back to the 500